Okay. Wait lang. On R30 lang ulit. Time. Yeah, may ads. Oh. Anong oras nga? 1:30. Ano na? Day 5. Friday. Hindi ko ma-focus on maayos. I mean, it's good and everything, pero medyo nawala ako sa focus. Okay. Ang na-accomplish na ni kagapon. Ellipse. Tsaka nested leaves. Ayun pa lang naman. Tsaka yung mga for debug. Oh my goodness. Dapat to gumagana. Ba't nasa na yung input ko kagapon? Nasa na yun? Julos yung damit ko. Okay lang yan. Laka, nasa na yun? Yung may if hindi ko ba na-save? Oh no. If order mocha rice. Hindi ko ba na-save? Na-save ko yun eh. Ito V4. My bad sa V4 pala. I don't know. Okay. Pam. Mocha. Yes. 2. Okay, naga na siya. Baka human error lang yung kagahapon. Sana nga. Yeah, okay naman to. Mas preferred na yung sinasabi yung tawag dito. Para hindi ka makaiwas sa error is sub-suggest in ChatGPT na any type of letter, maliit man or malaki, mag-work siya. Hindi ko alam yung command na yun. Meron pang command yun dun. Anong episode na tayo?
Stop! Before you watch this video, we gotta do this. If you like Python, cool. And you enjoy coffee, continue. Let's do this. Else, I wasn't prepared for this. Why are you here? Welcome to episode 6 of my in Python. In this episode, woo, get ready. We're gonna get more control into our. Now we have Evil Patricia. Entering our coffee shop. But to do this, we have to gain some new skills. Skills we're gonna talk. If name equals Ben, and also Patricia. The best part is, you don't need a dang thing to do this. Just like every episode in this course, you will have access to a free and also did you give a shout out to our sponsor of this in Pro TV. The Journey, they have you. I mean, have Python. You're ready to take network. So open up the lab for Python episode 6, day 1. If you're like, well, I don't know where that is, well then check the link below and get signed up, man. Come on, it's free. Now so far, our robot barista, Bouncer, is doing a fantastic job. And we did a great job in telling him how to do a great job. Because in the last few videos, we said, hey, let's use some if statements to figure out and filter through the evil Bens. If their name is Ben, and they are evil, because not all Bens are evil.
Baka Elif. Elif yung pwede ilagay dun. Kasi gusto ko mag-exit. kunyari if, sorry we don't have that, price 0, pwede ba yun? Mali. Bawal nga yan. Para to pwede to eh. Paano ba ginagawa ko? If exit. Oh my god, kung ano siya. Yun nga lang yun, kailangan ko na siya separate. As paano ba ginagawa last time? Parang piniprint ko ata yung exit eh. Ewan ko, ayun kumana siya ngayon eh. Joke dun.
Remember? They can come in. But now we got a different problem, don't we? Because evil Patricia is on the scene. Our robot barista bouncer is not prepared to prevent evil Patricia from coming in, so we gotta change that right now. So if we look at our code, we can see that we're already saying, hey, if the variable name is equal to Ben, if that evaluates to true, then kick him out. Or also if he's evil. But now we have to evaluate, hey, not only does name have to equal Ben, it also could equal Patricia, then kick her out too. To do that, new concept time. Something called logical operators. And watch this. This is pure magic. And it's so simple too. Elegant.
Inisip lang
Over
ako.
here. Let's go ahead.
Bakit gagamit ng if may elif? Elif magtuturo. Okay. Okay, nawala kasi ako. Elif didiretso. Elif hindi na siya didiretso. Basta yung code. Okay siya, stop na. If, kung may if, tuloy-tuloy lang. Okay. Okay, so punyari may double kang variable. Hindi niya nababasahan yung double variable. If true, print 1. Try natin. 1, 2, 3. Pero papalitan ko to elif. Okay. Makes sense. Halito lang ako dito. Sasabi ko na for more times to come. Pero, gets. If, elif. Okay.
And do this together. Where it says if name equals Ben, right before our colon, let's hit a space. And then we'll put in this. Type in or. O-R. Check that out. As we finish that R, it changed colors. And now we can type in, ooh, powerful, right? With one simple if statement. We're evaluating if one thing is true or something else is true. If Ben comes in, dude, this is true. If Patricia comes in, dude, this is true. And now we have the power to kick Patricia out. Let's test it out. Let's run our code. Click on run. What's your name? Let's test our code real quick. Let's say our name is Ben. Ben? I'm evil Ben. I'm not welcome here. Get out. Let's run it again. Let's test an average person like Cameron. Cameron's a good guy, right? Oh, Cameron came right in. But now, let me stop that script. The beard thing, we'll talk about that here in a bit. Let's run it again. This time we are evil Patricia. So, my name's Patricia. Are you evil? Yeah. We got it! And again, this is so cool because we don't have to have name equal both Ben and Patricia. No, it can be either or. So powerful.
Simple.
Man, so many use cases. And I may have noticed, and this is kind of annoying, it's annoying to me anyway, here in our print message, we're like, you're not welcome here, Ben? But that was Patricia. Patricia at this point is super confused. Like, I'm not Ben. I am evil. I am Patricia, but I'm not Ben. So real quick, use your skills that you've learned so far in this course and fix that for me real quick. Pause.
Ako ang gagawin ko, palitangin ko yung pangalan. Na welcome here, get out. Di ganun lang. Ano, kasi mas simple. Pero, if, or, yung mga the ellipse. De. Yes, if name Ben equals print out, and if elif, if Ben, if name equals Ben, printer not welcome, then elif, if name equals Patricia, ganun, tas exit.
And unpause. Let's fix it. Super simple, right? If you watched all previous episodes. We basically have to do what we're doing here in our else statement. We have to use the name variable and concatenate that with our print statement. So I'll do that real quick. Instead of putting Ben right here, we'll remove all that right there. I'll make that first part a string on its own. And I'll say plus the variable name, which should be Patricia or Ben, plus the other string. We're
Okay. Mas complicated yung naisip mo, pero pwede.
concatenating all kinds of stuff all over the place. Type in Patricia, and we'll yell at her. Get out of here. Good work. Let's try it out. Oh, forgot my closing parenthesis on the print statement. There we go. Run. I am Patricia. I am indeed evil. I was like, wait, what?
Sobra. May name.
I said Patricia twice. I just realized what I did here. This is what happens when you try to teach and type. Now let me run that. That was weird. Perfect. That works now. So, we covered the logical operator.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Or. Super powerful, but not the only one, and it's a good thing because we have another case we have to look at here. Another requirement for our robot barista bouncer. The other day I was watching Loki on Disney Plus. You ever seen it? It's amazing. And in watching that show, I realized that being evil isn't black and white. Because Loki does bad things, he certainly is evil, but he also does good things. Which, that reminds me, Loki is totally evil. So, if Loki ever comes to our coffee shop, real quick, challenge for you. Let's make sure Loki... That's a different color. Let's make sure Loki can't come in. Can you add that to our script real quick? Pause the video. See what you got.
Mo lang, if name, adverb na Ben name, or equal. Hindi ka pwede ang or pang to or to lang. Diba? So, iba na yan. Pwede or.
Unpause. I'm going to add it real quick. This is what you would do. Ben or Patricia. Or, yeah, you can do another or. No, that's only two. 2 ors, I can count, I promise. Name equals Loki. Let's try that out real quick. Loki comes in. Yeah, he's evil. Got it. Okay, cool. So, back to my story. Yes, Loki is evil, but sometimes he does good things, and I want to account for that. I want to factor that in. So essentially, here's what I want. We're going to make this super complicated because we have to. We're IT people. Here we go. I want if Ben comes in, and Ben is evil, he answers yes. And let's say if he's done 4 or more good deeds that day, he can come in even if he is evil. So how would we do that? Now I know things are getting a bit confusing. That's why we're going to flowchart mode. Here we go. Flowcharts. Dun dun dun. It's not scary at all.
Okay. Gusto ko to.
So here is the logical view of what we're doing in our script. What's your name? Is your name Ben or Patricia? And also Loki? Let me add that. If the answer is no, then come on in. If the answer is yes, let's make sure you're not evil. Are you evil?
I love flowcharts. Lagi akong mga bata ko ang flowcharts. If yes, if no. Anong gagawin mo? Decision meetings. Wow.
No? Come on in. Yes? Get out. But now we want to say, with our new logic, how many good deeds have you done today? If less than 4, get out of here. You're still evil. But if you've done 4 or more good deeds, then hey, come on in. I can work with that. I love me some anti-heroes. Yeah. Now this should be a fun one because you can do this in probably a million different ways. But I want to challenge you to use logical operators to make this happen. Now remember, so far we already covered the OR logical operator, but let me introduce a new one for you real quick, and I'm not going to tell you how to use it, because I think it's kind of intuitive, and I want you to try it out. Just mess with it and break it. Another one is AND. I want you to try and use the AND logical operator. Oh, and also, let me do this. I'm going to put you into a tighter box on what you can do. Only change this one if statement to make this happen. Only that one. Okay, for real, go. Pause me and see what you got.
And. So I'm guessing the difference pag may and, mas marami kong pwede ilagay. Or 2 or 2, 3. Ewan ko kung ilan limitation, pero feeling ko limitation wise. And or dun siya mag-limit. So if gagawin mo yun, yung may limiting factor na ay mayroong value na like greater than 4. Greater than tama, okay. Basta summarize 4. I think that would end up mag-add ka or evil. Yes. What do but exemptions? Tatanggalin mo na yung you're not welcome here eh. Hindi eh. Tatanggalin mo na yung ano. Hindi. Yes. Then print input how many. How many good deeds have you done today? Then after nun, paano ba? Not if eh. If if gago ko ulit isa pang if statement sa loob nun. If 4 positive 3 4 greater than 3 ba naman ay greater than 4 get out, print get out, else, and then like mag else. Elif 4 less than, come on.
Only change this one. Real quick. So here with our task, we pretty much have two things we have to accomplish. First, we have to find out, hey, how many good deeds have Loki, Patricia, or Ben completed today? And just like their evil status, all we have to do is just ask them, because why would they lie about that? Duh, man, they're not crazy, they're just evil. So, just under evil status, we'll set a new variable, we'll call it good underscore deeds. And we'll have that equal an input, because we're going to ask them,
input.
hey, how many good deeds have you done today? And we'll do a little backslash and end to make it pretty, with some space there. But hold up, quick quiz. This ain't gonna work, and why? And yeah, I did say ain't, it's okay. Why won't this work? It's because, again, the input function will use a string by default. We have to convert that to an integer, so just wrap that little input function there with an integer function around it. Perfect. So now how many good deeds they have done will be stored in the good deeds variable. So now for the second part of this task, we need to add some logic here. So let's get to our if statement over here and make some changes. So just after this yes, I'm going to put a new operator in. We just talked about it. It's going to be AND. So I'll go A-N-D, color change. We know something's happening, magic's happening. Hit space, and I'll see if evil status is yes, and good deeds. And I'll use one of our comparison operators, less than 4. That should do it. Yeah, I think it should do it.
Wait, I guess parang if statement lang siya, araw siya.
Good. So check it out. Here's what's happening. In order for this if statement to evaluate to true, both the evil status must be yes, and their good deeds must be less than 4. So if they're evil and they've only done 2 good deeds, then bam. This statement's true, and we'll print, get your stinking hide out of here. You're not welcome. You're too evil for this place, this establishment. And that's what the AND operator does for us. It's not just saying this or this, either could be true. It's saying both of these suckers have to be true in order for us to continue. So let's try it out real quick. Run. This time, I'm just going to be a Loki. Well, why not? I'm Loki. Am I evil? Of course, yes. But how many good deeds have I done today? Let's say we've been good. We did 7 good deeds today. We made it in! Yeah, we were evil, but hey, we made up for it. That's how that works, right? I don't know. Probably not. But now let's see what happens if we didn't do enough good deeds. Let's run it. What's my name? I am Patricia. Am I evil? Of course I am. How many good deeds? I've only done 2 good deeds today. Oh, now welcome here. Less than 4 deeds. Whew, man, take yourself a coffee break, because right now, with the power of Python, we solve the problem of evil. Kind of. We didn't solve it. We just were able to detect if evil people are walking into our coffee shop. And now our robot barista bouncer is doing a killer job. But also, real quick, I kind of have a brain-breaking scenario here. It's going to hurt a little bit. So we covered the OR logical operator and the AND logical operator. But there's another one that...
Basically, exemption siya eh. Exemption siya kung iisipin mo. Kung i-apply ko siya dito, paano ko ba siya apply? Kasi hindi ko maisipang application paano siya i-apply dito. Sige.
I don't really use it often, but it's there. But I think it's worth mentioning because it'll help you understand if statements even more. And this is the NOT operator. Now to talk about this, let's go ahead and launch Lab 2 for this episode, episode 6. And we got a bit of a clean slate here. And here, we're going to use the same logic as before. If Ben comes in, don't let him in. And we strip things down. It's very simple here so I can illustrate this. My pen! Sorry, evil Ben strikes again. That rhymed a lot. Anyways, now let's just run the code, just to make sure it works. What's your name? My name is Ben. Get out of here. Very simple. Now, I want to do something with our NOT logical operator. I'm going to throw him in right here. Let's try it out. It's so weird. It really is. If not, notice it changed color. It's a real logical operator. If not, name equals Ben, what's going to happen? Well, only one way to find out, right? And also, guess what you think will happen. Pause the video and think about it. I'm not going to wait for you. Let's run the code right now. Run. What's your name? Let's try Ben. Come on in. What just happened?
Same shot.
Well, with our if statement, what we're saying is if the
Not-
name doesn't equal Ben, then do this. If it does equal Ben, then do this. So we just basically did the opposite of what our original statement said. If name equals Ben, do this. Now we're saying if name not equals Ben, then do this. Now if that broke your brain a bit, me too. Because even now I have to sit here and go, wait, if not, okay, I got it now. It takes a bit, right? And I think it might help if we talk about Booleans to make it make more sense. Let me explain. This whole time when I've been talking about controlling the flow of our Python programming, we've been dealing with if statements, right? We'll say if whatever this junk is evaluates to, what do we say, true, do something. If the statement's false, do something else. These 2 bits of data here, true and false, are
Ito
what
na yun.
we call Booleans. Which I don't know why,
Booleans.
but when I say Booleans, it makes me hungry. And I really don't have a reason. Anyways, so I'm probably going to eat after this video. And Booleans is actually a data type. So let's play with them for a second. Let's do it. So right here in our terminal here, I'm going to clear my stuff out. Did you know that we can actually just type stuff in our terminal and do Python in real time? So do this. I want you to set a new variable, say the variable me, and have that equal your name. So for me, it'll be network Chuck, the string network Chuck. For you, it'll be Bob or Susan or Ben. Sorry, Ben. And set that variable. Bam. So right now, while we're in this terminal, in the context of just being here before we reset it, that's what the variable equals. Me is you. So if I call that variable just by typing in me, it calls network Chuck. Now let's try this. Type in me and then do double equal sign, equals, do a space, and let's do the string of your name, network Chuck, like we just did before. So the same exact thing before, but we have one extra equal sign. What do you think will be the output here? Let's try it out. True. How cool is that? Because the double equal sign is evaluating if something is true or false. And we said, hey, does me equal network Chuck? And because we just said it there, it totally does. What happened to my voice? Just I don't know what happened. Now let's try this. I want you to print the type of that data. Now this, if you recall back from one of our earlier episodes, we did that. Let's try it real
String.
quick here. I'll say print, parentheses, type. We're printing our type function, parentheses, me equals network Chuck. I'll close out my string, then another quote, then parentheses.
String.
I think I need one more parentheses. Yes, okay, cool. So we're all good. When I print the type of that data, check this out. Ho ho ho, a new data class! In earlier episodes, we saw strings, we saw integers, and we saw floating point numbers, and all kinds of stuff. I think just those 3. Now we have Boolean, true or false. And that's the data type we're working with when we're dealing with, a lot of widths I just said, if statements. So now one more thing, try this. I want you to do me once more. We'll do our equals, our comparison operator, and compare that to a false thing. I'll do Nick. I'll do one for you, Nick. Like Nick. I'm not Nick. So when I run that, it's comparing the me variable to Nick, saying, hey, does this me variable equal Nick? It should return false, right? And it certainly does. That's a false statement. But now, let's break your brain, hit the up arrow and bring that up again. Put that not operator in front of it, that not logical operator. Not me equals Nick. What will that evaluate to? Let's try it out.
True.
True. it's not, it's just a better way to understand it. Play with it. Play around with things here. The reason this evaluated to true is we're saying, hey, is this statement true? Is me not equal to Nick? It's kind of like you saying, hey, I don't not want coffee. Right? That's kind of what it is in Python. Not me equals Nick. Now, one more quick fun thing. Last thing I promise. Here in our script, I use the not to basically do the opposite. Is the name not equal to Ben? There's actually another way to do it, and a more common way to do it. It's actually something I use more often. Take the not away. No more nots. And let's work with our comparison operator. Remove your equals, and let's do exclamation point equal sign. That right there pretty much accomplishes the same thing. So we just use a logical operator, now we're using a comparison operator to do the same thing. This means not equals. If name does not equal Ben, then that makes more sense, right? I feel like if saying if not name, that's like speaking pig Latin. But if we run it again, it does the same thing as not, right? Whew, okay. One more coffee break, because that was crazy. Because now, don't you just feel more powerful in Python? Because now, you can control the flow of your programming. Comparison, logical, conditional, operators to just do all kinds of stuff. And don't stop there. I'm going to have, in the link below, some challenge labs for you to complete and accomplish. Because honestly, with Python and programming and anything in IT, pretty much anything in life, repetition will help you get there. It'll cement those ideas into your brain. Before long, you'll be coding like a wizard. Anyways, that's it. Have you hacked the YouTube algorithm?
I want to use that. Yung not, I don't find it useful now. Magagamitin ng not eh. If not, parang contradictions lang siya. Kaya if not order, ganun din. Diba? So, paano ma-apply dito? Yung and or. Actually, pwede ko apply dito eh. Ay, hindi ko siya pwede apply dito. Okay.
That was weird. Perfect. That works now. So,
Kay ChatGPT nga tayo, ChatGPT para magpa-practice. Ano kailangan gamitin? Give me a simple Python project that uses ang tawag dito. Ilagay na if print yung mga ginagamit ko dyan. Print if ellipse variables. Madali lang. And or baba if else ellipse variables and or not tawag dun ano tawag yun? Additional add-ons any. Compiler ba tawag yun? Hindi. Yung ano, yung PyCharm. Hindi IDE yun eh. Pygame, ano tawag yun? Pygame. So something like this. Library na lang. Okay, give me. Ideas lang. Gawa ko na to eh. If and. Ito yung una kong ginawa eh. If and. Kasi hindi pa siya gumamit ng if and. Ayusin ko na kaya to. Basically, sobrang basic na input. If else. Yan, approximate if else practice. Oh, rack base. Oo nga no. Hoy, oo nga ba tayo nito? Gagawin ko to gagawin natin. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, gawa tayo ng simple so hindi ko gagawin itong random, gagawin ko talaga siyang hindi na matatalo. Rock, paper, scissor. Impossible. Possible addition. Kita ba? Nakakita naman. So maganda cut lang eh no? Okay lang yun. So ano gagawin, ano kung gustong gawin dito? May gagawin mix ah. Ang gustong gawin yung ano, print tayo. Print. Malaki na naman. Choose your input pala to dapat. Print na lang. Choose your rock. Hinaw natin ito mas taas. Gagawin ko nagawa to eh. Okay. Input. Choose your... Anong tawag doon? Anong tawag doon? Anong tawag dito? Anong tawag doon? Sa ano mo? Sa rock, paper, scissors. Item. Item na lang. Ba't may space? Baboy talaga, huwag na nga. So ba ako nilalagay yan? Ano ko yan? Trademark. TM. Gusto ganyan. Gusto ko may ganyan. Trademark yan. Okay, okay. Di ba ganun naman yun? List mo lang lahat ng ano, ng paano mo gamit yung statement na end. Elise. Ay, nga rin yun. Excuse me. Ano yung computer na lang. Hindi na, player na lang. Ang hirap eh. Kasi naisip ko na siya, ewan ko if ganun lang ba. Uses user computer, use or handling with. Paano mo siya gagawin? User nga, user. User. Player, input yan, player. Input user. Random library, okay. Print, computer, choose, computer. User equals rock and computer Caesar or binigyan niya na lahat ng condition dito. So yun yung lahat ng condition na natatalo siya. I mean, ilan ba combination ng ano? Nine? Nine? No, nine. Oo nga, paano ko magtatay dito? Kasi rock ko rin, rock. Isang if statement lang to, lahat-lahat na sila nandun. Isang if statement lang siya, yung galing nga eh. Kasi kung ako gagawin ko to, hindi siya maganda, pero try again. Else paano ba? Else pwede ba yun? Yato pwede. Ito kasi akin, hindi talaga siya pwedeng manalo. Ay, po yun ah. Ito kasi pwedeng siya manalo. Let me try to run, okay? Huh? Enter your choice, rock. Wala. Ganun nga, iniisip ko nga. Same. Kag iniisip yung paper, wala. Rock lang nalabas. Rock ng rock. Scissor. If user, pick rock. Sabagay, 9 combinations. 3, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3. 6 nga lang to eh. Walang tie. Wala, hindi ito tie ito. Nag-invalid choice ng gag. technically nga hindi ko matatalo dito. Sa isip ko naman, gagawin niya may randomizer. Wala pala. Siya pa naman randomizer dito. Ang laking tulong nun. Enter your choice. Hard-coded, so no random. Ano tong computer ko sa rack? Ano to? I think iniina niya na computer rack palagi, mag-rack. So rack palagi yung sagot niya. Pero if lagyan mo ng rack yung sinagot mo rin, iibahin niya. So naka-hardcode na in rack. Makes sense naman. How I would do it. Same way nung ginawa niya. Hindi ko lang ma-apply yung or statement. Ano na to?
There's actually so we just basically have two things we have to accomplish. First, like, is your name status? We'll set a new variable.
Hindi, pwede. Or paiksiin natin. Or if player rock or hindi pwede. Teka lang. Caesar. Ito lang pala nito. Sorry. Same. Rock. Same na. Basically, ito na yun din yung code. Ay, gagi. Tapos gawin ko na lang siya ulit. If player yun natin dito, paper to, diba? Rock naman. Caesar pa rin. Caesar. Wala makatala sa rock. Talo pala siya sa Caesar. Hindi ko lang pwede lagay ito. Isa lang talaga sila. Kailangan ng flowchart. May nga akong flowchart. Hindi akong Jamboard. Sketch pad. Hindi sa paint na lang. Paint. Paint na lang. Paint. Diba? Ano nakikita niya? Okay, sige. Kunyari, rock. Shit. Paper. I mean, busy ko lang kasi nagkakalito talaga. Caesar. So rock ang counter ni rock. Natal ni rock. Caesar. Actually wala eh. Paper. Si paper naman. Caesar. Hindi, ang panalo kay paper. Para sa rock. Win. Lose. Okay. Shit, ang bobo ko dito. Sige. Paper. Rock. Lose siya against rock. Kailangan ko lang ng tatlong statement tapos ko na pala yun. Caesar, paper, rock. Pwede nga gawing ano to eh, square. Kasi pare-parehas lang to eh. Rock, paper. Actually, kailangan ko na siyang i-ano eh. Ito lang kailangan kong tatlo eh. If opponent, hindi ko pwede maglagay ng or. Hindi ako pwede maglagay ng or kasi tatlo lang pala to. So basically, yan na yun. If player paper naman has used scissor. If player used scissor, rock. That's it, done. 13. Okay, give me or. Yun ang kailangan yan. Rock, paper, scissor. Then, we have the same idea. Pero hindi mo kasi magagamit to eh. If, the ellipse na nga dapat eh. Hindi na to dapat if. Kasi pag nilagay ko yan, rock, paper. O, diba? Ellipse to dapat pala. Ellipse. Ellipse. Rock, paper. Diba, basta yan. Basta ellipse dapat yan. Gago pa tayo na. Yeah. Then gawa ka lang ng else statement. Print. Choice. Tae. Not valid choice. Rock. Paper. Okay. Scissor. Never to magtatay. Kasi hard-coded siya. Never siyang magtatay. Pero kung gusto kong mag-tie, hindi pa kasi ako marunong ng library, randomizer. Pero pwede siya mag-tie if may randomizer. Ayun, same lang ginawa niya eh. Oh. User equals rock. Mas pinahaba nga yung kanya eh. Yung akin, same eh. Is my code the same to you? Like that then. Wow. Yeah. Troll version. She never can win. Hindi. Ba't hindi ako manalo sa'yo? Hindi na natin ako, man. You win. Ah, ito na manalo pala ako. Oh, you win. Oh, but why do I always win in yours? Ah, they win, it's tie. Tie pa? Oo nga. Pero useless din ko ganun eh. Tanggalin ko to. Okay, hindi na siya gana. Same lang eh. Ito hindi ko na alam to. Ito mas madali, no? Okay, mas bagay. Hindi ko nagagamit yung print function. Mas madali. Ito gagamit ng variable. So, kunyari, print, um, print computer. Then, if user equals paper computer. Okay. Ito mas madali. Ito, tama lang to. Pero game, same din naman sa kanya yung fixed din. Pero sa akin kasi puta hindi ka mananalo. Pero mas, yeah. That's actually a great. I'll take this. Sa bagay, nagamit niya yung or. Pinahaba niya kasi yung statement. Para pag hindi mo gamit yung or, maiksi lang to. Pero ang useless din eh. Just me. Baliktad nga eh. Sa kanya yung computer fixed na. Kasi yung user nag-iiba. Sa akin, yung computer fixed. Yung user hindi nag-iiba. Yung nag-iiba. Oh, so same nga. So same nga. Sa bagay, most more predictable kung manalo ko. Hindi, sa akin kasi hindi predictable. Talo ka lang talaga. You make the game unfixed fair without importing. Ah. Ito, cycle choices. Ito na yung mga while true. Naalala ko talaga dito yung mga command block sa Minecraft. Ganito kasi gumagana yun. While true, user input and enter or type quits. Stop. Okay, may quit. Enter. Oh, enter game. Okay. Cycle the choice is no round. If round number 3, 1 rock. Ganun pa rin, may game logic pa rin siya. Ah, round based siya. Actually, wala talagang magandang way makagawa ng randomizer nang wala kang gamit na import. Tama lang siya. Pala, no? Kasi totoo naman, wala talagang magandang way gumamit ng randomizer nang wala kang import. Totoo naman. Pero kung gagawin, talaga gagawin ko. Pero kung gagawin ko siyang fair, ano na lang, round based. Pero may lang sa round based, predictable yung outcome. So, nakalagay na yung plausible possible na sagot. So, meron na siyang pattern na inibigay. Hindi na mababago yun kasi wala kang pang random. Basically. Ganon din pag gumamit ka ng number or number system. Ganon pa rin yun. Kailangan mo ng percentage system tsaka randomizer talaga. Which is, hindi mo siya magagawa ng wala yun ata. Hindi ko pa alam. Hindi mo pala magawa ng marami. Hindi ko nalaman yun. Okay. Fair enough. Achieve mo yung goal ko ng kartang or hindi. Tsaka, tagang or and. Actually, same lang naman sila. Maglagay ka ng or, hindi naman yun. Yung end. Ito ako na same, pero alam ko same lang naman sila.
Restore deeds. And we'll have to it all. I'm going to put a new operator in. We just talked. And must be yes. And their good deeds must be less.
So, pwedeng end, maglalagay ka ng extra function. So, if ganito siya, end, kailangan ganito pa siya. To, ano na siya? To, two statements at the same time. Pero yung dalawang input mo muna. Input. Yeah, that's basically it.
Let's say we've been good. Probably not. We're able to. Now we're saying if name evaluates to the string equal sign parentheses me data.
Tapos din tayo on tech kasi medyo malalim pa. Pero gets naman.
Get fresh after meals with Double Mint.
This is a Python list, and they are ridiculously powerful and pretty fun to play with. So in this episode, get your copy ready because we're covering the what and why of this incredible data structure and how it will open up a whole new world of Python goodness. You ready? Let's dive in.
Wait lang, isin ko lang pa. Sayang naman.
A variable. We create it, assign it a simple piece of data, and we can use it everywhere in our Python scripts. It's awesome. But let me show you when it's not awesome. Because you and I, we're going on a camping trip. What, you didn't know? Yeah, come on! But first we need our Python lab up and running. Let's get that running real quick. So check that link below in the description to get access to a free Python lab right now. Now while your lab is loading up, let me tell you about the sponsor of this entire series and why it can be free here on YouTube, IT Pro TV. They have the latest
IT Pro
things.
TV.
They have actually check it out. Link below. Test to get you ready to laugh forever. Seriously, they are awesome. So yeah, your lab kind of stuff. Tents, sleeping bags, Raspberry Pis, flash drives, Ethernet cables, marshmallows, just things like that, right? The essentials. Now here's what I need you to do. I need you to create a variable. Let's name it camp_stuff. And I want that to equal all the supplies we have to bring. Go ahead and do it right now. In fact, we'll do it together right now. Let's do it. So using the knowledge we learned so far in this series, we might do this. Camping, stuff. Variable created. Let's have it equal something. Equals. And, you know, we'll just start typing in the stuff. 10. Sleeping bags. Jump forward in time and have it already there. And if we print the variable camping stuff, and we run our code, go and click run at the top there, that works. But it doesn't. Because right now, this is one big, fat, gargantuous string. It's bloated, it's ugly, I hate it. It's really hard to use and honestly kind of stupid. We can do better. instead of storing all of our data into one big fat string, we could try out something really cool, something amazing, something fun, something life-changing, something called a Python list. Let's do this. Which honestly makes total sense because we're trying to make a list of things we gotta.
I'll be back.
Bring, hey, Python list. It just all adds up. It's all coming together here. So I'm gonna create a new variable called camping_list. Just like before. But here comes the craziness. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Brackets. That's the game changer right there. Buckle your seatbelt, coffee break. And time to build the list. You can step forward in time. Just go ahead and jump. Jump forward in time. Woo! Done. That was exhausting. Need a coffee break. Okay, and also
I've
I want
seen
you to do the
this.
same thing. So I know it's a lot of typing, whatever. Just do it. It's not too hard. Now this right here is a Python list, and it's so awesome for so many reasons, way better than this idiot over here. And I will go into why, but first, let's get a really nerdy definition on what a Python list is. Go ahead, Bernard.
A Python list is an ordered and changeable collection of data objects. Unlike an array, which can contain objects of a single type, a list can contain a mixture of objects.
Now first, before we talk about how awesome this is, I want you to print the type of data this camping list variable is. Just go ahead and print it real quick, the type. Do you remember how? Here's how we do it. Print, using our print function, and then in the print
Type.
function we use our type function. And then I'll just print the type of the camping
Campings.
list. Because I don't want to lie to you, I gotta prove to you that this is a data structure called list. Let's go ahead and run the code. Run! And there it is, suckers. I told you, a data class, a data structure called list. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is gonna open up so many doors to Python coding. We're gonna spend a lot of time like actually playing with this. Okay, anyways, I'm excited for you. Let's keep going. I'm gonna delete this stuff real quick, and we'll talk about what the junk is going on with this stuff up here. Now you can recognize a list because it'll always have opening and closing brackets. Bam, and bam. It has to have those. That's what a list needs. And then inside that list is where we have our data. And notice how the data is separated by a comma. There they all are. Now real quick, let's bask in the awesomeness of a list. So up here, right, is a big ugly string. Just one big fat string. Down here, we've got a bunch of individual strings. Like how many we have here? Count for me. I'll do it. We have 10 individual pieces of data inside this one variable. So much better, right? You're probably thinking, well, why is it so much better? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'll show you a use case here. But can I tell you something else cool about a list? It can have more than just string data types inside of it. Let's try it out, actually. So let's create a new list. And I want to name this camp_site. And actually, you know, I want you to do this. And here's the data I want you to put in there. It'll be like campsite information. First, the name of our camp will be, or the campsite, will be Crystal Lake. Sounds perfectly safe. And then, of course, we'll need our site number, which will be 404. And then the expected temperature of that day, that's going to be a balmy 89.3 degrees. And then one more piece of data. Is this place dangerous? True or false? It's going to be true. It is dangerous. So make our campsite list. Go for it now. Pause. Unpause. Coffee break. Let's go ahead and do it. To make our list, we'll do an opening bracket, and our amazing Python replit here will make it for us. First data, Crystal Lake is a string. Cool, we got that. Comma, space. Space is optional, but it's best practice. Do a space just because it looks prettier. And we're all about pretty. Next piece of data, 404. That's going to be a number, an integer, right? Done. Just like that, no quotes. Space, or comma space. Temperature, 89.3 degrees. Fahrenheit, people. I'm in America. Get over it. And then finally, is it dangerous? Yeah, true. Cool. So, how amazing is this? Here in this list, we have 4 different types of data, right? We got a string. We have an integer, a float, and a boolean. I don't know why I say it like that. I'm sorry. So now I think you're starting to see how amazing the lists are. They can hold multiple pieces of data and different types of data. Doesn't that make you just a little bit excited? If it doesn't, man, sip some more coffee and then come back to me, okay? Rewind. Now here comes the the killer part of list. I talked about this. If you remember what Professor Bernard said, they are ordered. What does that mean? I'll explain it by showing you 2 amazing things. You ready for this? Okay, here we go. Let's say that out of our camping list, I need to assign who's going to bring what on the camping trip. So for example, me, I'm going to bring coffee. Duh, right? You saw that coming. And you're coming, right? Yeah, you're coming. You're gonna bring marshmallows because they're delicious. Here's how I can assign that data with a list. Oh, it's so powerful. Watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. I'll create the variable me and have that equal, watch this, the list camping list, and then do some brackets. And then in those brackets, I'm gonna put the number 4. What just happened? What am I doing? Watch. I'm going to print me, the variable me. Let's run. Run. Did you just see that? Sorry, I know it seems like I'm over exaggerating, but
Ito na yung randomizer kasi may list na.
I'm really this excited about it. I'm not kidding. Right here, it printed just coffee. Just that one string, that one piece of data in our list. Now go ahead and do the same thing for you. Do you remember what you're bringing? Go ahead and do it real quick. Pause the video, do the same thing for you, and then print out that one item. Go. Unpause. Okay, how would you do that? Create the variable u. Have that equal camping list, and then brackets. Let's see if you can figure this out. You were bringing marshmallows, which is the last in our list, which means marshmallows will be 9. Did you get that right? I'll explain why it's 9 here in a second. Well, let's go ahead and print it out. I'll put it below me. Printing you now. And run. Coffee and marshmallows, yes. So when I say the list is ordered, or you might see people talking about it being in a sequence or sequenced. When you put your stuff, that data, into your list, the order you put it in there, it stays the same. Which is great because we can do things like reference the individual items in that list. So when it says ordered, when it says sequence, it just means, hey, that stuff you put in there, it's in that same order all the time unless we change it, which we'll talk about later. But then real quick, hold on. Why was coffee 4? Because if we're looking at our list here, we got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Raspberry Pi is 4. Coffee should have been 5, right? No, we're done with computers, and computers have to be difficult sometimes. You might realize and remember and know that computers always start counting with 0. That's what they do. So test would be 0, then 1, 2, 3, bringing us at 4 with coffee, which is why marshmallows, instead of being 10, would actually be 9. So in a list with 10 items, your last number will always end up being 9. Just keep that in mind. That always messes me up whenever I'm dealing with lists. So I just have to like manually, consciously remember it. It's fine though. But this right here, what we did here, is super powerful, and it will become more apparent how powerful that is when we do something later. I can't tell you yet. I want to tell you, but you have to wait. But diving deeper into that, you'll also see lists referred to as indexed. That's kind of just another way of saying ordered. Ordered, sequenced, indexed. And when I say indexed, it just means that each item in our list is assigned a number. It's just the order it's in. And when we reference a list like this, we're calling out the index of that item. We're going, hey, here's our camping list. Item number 4. Pull it out. That's what we're doing. How cool is that? And you probably already noticed that when we are trying to reference a item in a list, when we index it, we use brackets. Now, quick coffee break. I want to cover one more thing that might break your brain, but can we just do it real quick? It's going to be fun. It's really fun, I promise. Coffee break. It has to do with indexing. We're going to index one more time. And actually, I'm going to change you real quick. I'm going to change you. Your variable you. You're still bringing marshmallows, but I'm going to change the way I find marshmallows with that list. Watch this. I'm going to change that 9 to, this is weird, -1. Now, what do you think is going to happen when we print this? Let's try it out. Let's run our code. Hey, look, it stayed the dang same. Why? Well, that's called a negative index. It does come in handy, but essentially what you're doing is you're counting in reverse. So instead of starting up here, we're starting all the way back here. So the very last item in our list would be -1. And you're probably thinking, well, Chuck, nuh-uh, it should be -0. It's not. It just isn't. You can't have -0. It's impossible. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get a little angry with you. I'm just kidding, I wasn't. But that's a handy way to access the last item in your list. You're probably thinking, well, that's kind of stupid. Why would we ever do that? Well, you know, sometimes you may not know how big a list is. And other times there might be a very good reason to access the last item in a list. You'll find out that later. But let's try one more. What happens if we do, go ahead and change it to -2. -2. Let's try it out. Run our code.
Beard oil.
Bam, beard oil. It's now the second to last item in the list. And real quick, I can't believe we haven't done this yet. Shame on me. Let's go ahead and print the entire list at the very end here. Just print camping list. Run. Cool. So when we print the camping list, guess what? It looks just like our list that we have there. Let me scroll up so you can see it. The only difference is that it uses single quotes instead of double quotes. It breaks our standard. It's okay. We'll forgive it. No, I told you, didn't I? I wasn't lying. Python lists are really fun and really powerful. Now, you probably understand the power they have, even just now. But you have no idea what's coming up. What you can do with these is gonna You know, it's just gonna be mind blowing. So, I know you can't wait. Go ahead and move forward to the next episode. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, it might be like, well, it's not here. I know. I create them in batches and I release them week by week, sometimes month by month, and maybe year by year. Hush. No, I do release them frequently, but I do have them in advance on Network Chuck Academy, which you can check out in the link below. Also, in Network Chuck Academy is extra practice on the stuff we're covering. So if you're like, hey, I get this, I understand it, but I want to play with it a bit more, first, play with it yourself. Just do more of it. Forever. But you still just don't use my code Network Chuck. You get 30% off forever. Don't miss that deal. It's not going away because I said forever. But you still just don't waste time. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it right now. You can start learning right now. You can have a career in a month. Just do it. I'll catch you guys later. I'm done talking. Coffee break.
Shit, is this gonna end? Is this the whole? Oh no. This might be an unfinished one. Ooh, I didn't know. Network Chuck, please. He got until episode 10. Here. Actually, nag-sign up na ako eh. Only 10. Shit. So meron dito hanggang 10. Will that get me somewhere? I mean, I'm getting somewhere definitely. Wala. I still got 12 minutes. Ah. Do it.
In just 3 minutes, lasap na. Ang seafood sarap. Nisin kasi yan.
Is your agency using WordPress to build websites? That's like carving a chicken with a handsaw.
Do you
Walang use ng Python sa web development. Server side. That's pretty cool. SQL. URLs. That's cool. Oh, that's kind of cool.
You know what's more fun than Python lists? Nothing. Not even Elden Ring. Maybe. But seriously, in this video, we're gonna level up those Python list skills. We've already seen how we can build a list in the previous episode, but now we're gonna add things to it. And it's this crazy fun thing called methods. What is that? You're gonna find out. So, get your coffee ready or refill your coffee, because I've already had like 4 cups. And let's get started. Okay, quick sip of coffee before we launch our lab. If you haven't already, check that link in the description. I've got a free Python lab that you can use right here in your browser right now. So go ahead and launch it.
Nag-login na ako dito sa kanya eh. Oh, ito na rin account ko.
But that's because now you are forced to learn how to make your own cable. Now, seriously, don't do that unless you have the supplies to make your own cable. Speaking of which, what do you need to make your own cable? Here we go. Now, of course, the first thing we'll need is some Ethernet cable. I'm going to be rocking some Cat 5. Yes, I can make a 10 base T cable, if anything. 10G means do the same thing on the other side. There's two sides of the cable, right? Now, the other end. And because this is a straight through cable, you're going to wire it up the exact same way. You want both sides to match. So, get to work. Like any proper cooking show, I've already got one complete. I'm not going to go make another cable. This is one I made. Yes.
It is how you make. And I think injection. Oh, okay. Damn it, I can't afford 12 blocks. One.
Right now, it's free. And while that lab is launching, can I show you something really cool I've been working on? Check this out. I've been watching the Python for Security course on IT Pro TV, and check this out. I learned how to build my own port scanner in Python. Sure, you can use pre-built port scanners, but building your own? That's just cool. If you want to try it, check it out. Link series and use them to learn stuff. With foundational skills, tons of Python course they have virtual lab I'd be taking. So if you want to learn IT like me, check it out. Link below, itpro.forever. Yes, you are. In order to go camping, you need stuff, supplies to bring with you, and we did that in Python. We put together an amazing Python line. Get your head on straight. But seriously, we forgot toilet paper. Can you imagine what a disaster that would be? And actually, I'm going to bring a bidet because I'm fancy, so that'll be for me. You can use the toilet paper. So now, our task in this video is to somehow, with our list already created, we gotta add toilet paper to our list. And also a bidet for me, because I'm bougie. And this is just one of the many great things about Python lists, because we can change these. We can add things if we forget stuff. Because I forget things all the time, and apparently you do too. Thanks a lot. I'm just kidding, by the way. Don't get scared or upset. I'm sorry. Anyways, here we go. So, our task of the day is to add toilet paper and a bidet to our list. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Chuck, can't we just go over here in our list and edit the list manually? Like, just go over here and go.
Pwede ka
toilet
mag-input, this bagay. I don't know, you can input something into this. Add something.
There, done. No, that's lazy. We have to do it programmatically using Python. Don't do that. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use a powerful Python concept. In fact, new concept time. It's a thing called methods. Professor Bernard, go ahead and tell us what methods are.
A method in Python is somewhat similar to a function, except it is associated with object/classes. Methods in Python are very...
Okay, Bernard, you're done. You're putting people to sleep. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, let's stop talking about methods and let's actually use one to add toilet paper and a bidet to our list.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's really cool, actually. And this is actually a groundbreaking concept you're going to use a ton in Python, not just lists. So as you learn this, you're kind of getting a head start to everything else, which is pretty cool. Anyways, here we go. So down here, type this with me. Our list up there, supplies. Go ahead and type it out. Supplies. Here comes the method. I'm going to do a dot, and then type in a pen. Notice, ooh, pretty different color. When colors change in Python, we know something's happening. Something's cooking and brewing. And that's what's happening here. So, just after a pen, I'm going to do a parenthesis. And inside those parentheses, I'm going to add our toilet paper. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll do a string, and we'll type in toilet paper. And that's it. So, let's go ahead and just test the script out before I explain what happened here. So down here, let's go ahead and print supplies once more, just like this. And let's run our code. Run. Look at that! Okay, so some magic just happened. Our list now at the very end has toilet paper on it. Thank goodness for you. I'm using a bidet. So let's analyze what happened here. This append thing is called a method. A method is a built-in Python tool or function, and specifically for list, it allows us to change things up with our list. So with our append method, obviously we're appending or adding an item to our list at the very end. And you probably assumed, and you assumed correctly, sir, man, that there are other methods, and we can do different things to our list, which we will explore. But real quick, let's have you try it yourself. So here we have added toilet paper. I need you to carry it for me, please. Can you please add a bidet to our list? Just underneath that. Pause the video. Unpause. Coffee break. So just under adding toilet paper,
Bidet.
I'm going to type in supplies. Dot append, once more using our append method, parentheses, and then I'll put in bidet. Let's run the code.
Separate, no?
Yes, just like that. Not only do we have toilet paper, but now we have a bidet for Never Chuck. Which, by the way, I'm not even kidding about that. I've got a bidet in every bathroom in my house. If you're not using a bidet, what are you even doing? Okay, off my soapbox. Now, some of you may have tried this, and it wasn't a bad thought. You're probably thinking, hey, we don't need an extra line. I'll just add 2 in one append method, right? Makes sense to me, but if you run our code, it doesn't work. Using the append method, you can only add one item, one piece of data at a time, which honestly, yeah, is kind of annoying. So is there a way around that? Can we do something else? And the answer is yes. There is one other way we can do this. And this one is very handy. So let me back this up really quick. I'll type in supplies once more, and it's another method. Who would have saw that coming, right? And this one is called extend. E-X-T-N-D. Did I say that? E-X-T-E-N-D. There we go. And then, of course, our parentheses. Now, here we're not adding one piece of data. We're adding multiple pieces of data, which will come in the form of a list. We're actually going to add another list to our list. Let's try it out. And actually, I want you to do it real quick. So, you know our task. List, multiple pieces, T-E-N-D. There we go. One is called extend. And it's another method. Who would have saw that coming, right? And this one is called extend. E-X-T-N-D. Did I say that? E-X-T-E-N-D. There we go. And then, of course, our parentheses. Now, here we're not adding one piece of data. We're adding multiple pieces of data, which will come in the form of a list. We're actually going to add another list to our list. Let's try it out. And actually, I want you to do it real quick. So, you know our task. Bidet and toilet paper. Add that list using the extend method. It's kind of intuitive, so try it out. Pause the video. Unpause. Coffee break. Here's how you would do it. Here inside our parentheses, I'm going to create another list just inside there. And I'm not actually creating a list, I'm just telling it to add this list, if that makes sense.
Oh.
Okay, so brackets, then a string. I'll say toilet paper, and then comma, one more piece of data, my bidet. Can't forget that. That should do it. Now let's run our code. Run. That did it. Yes! So, with our extend method, we extended our list by adding 2 items at the very tail end. Whew! Amazing. Now, can I show you one more fun way to do this? Watch this. Instead of using extend, we're going to use something that does the exact same thing. We're going to add a list to a list, but we'll do this.
Yeah, word.
We'll take supplies, and we'll say supplies equals supplies, which sounds weird, plus, and then we'll do our list of things we want to add. So, toilet paper and a bidet. And if we run our code, it should be the exact same thing. Fingers crossed. Totally is. Awesome. What's happening here? First, notice that we're not really using a method anymore. We're simply using a plus sign, addition. Things we've already covered in this course when we try to add 2 strings to each other or 2 integers. And here we're adding 2 lists, which is kind of crazy. So if we look at our equation, we're saying, hey, we got this list named supplies. We want this now to equal the list supplies plus this other list we're just pulling out of thin air. And it did it, adding those items to the end of the list supplies. So, to sum it all up, sorry, when you want to add one piece of data, which will happen often, especially when we do something called for loops, that's going to be fun. Coming up soon, by the way. If you want to add one piece of data at a time, we'll use the append method. So the list name, dot append, and then whatever you want to add inside. To add multiple pieces of data or add a list to a list, we'll either use the extend method with a list inside, or we can simply just add a list to a list. But wait, there's more. So what if you don't want to add an item to the very end of your list? What if you want it to go in the beginning, or in the middle, or second to last? There is a way. There is a method, a new method. So let's say that the bidet is probably the most important item we have to bring on our trip. So I want that at the very beginning of our list so we don't forget it. So I want the bidet added at the beginning. How do we do that? Let's try it out. There we go. Type in supplies, our list, and then dot, and our new method, insert. Ooh, let's try it out. Parentheses, and if I want that data to go at the beginning, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna type in 0, comma, and then my piece of data, bidet. So what's happening here? Because with this method, it seems things are a bit different, right? We have 2 arguments that come into play. The first one is doing something. We'll talk about him in a bit. And the second one is our data, which we already know that. But this first thing, that is actually something we've already talked about in the first episode of this, talking about list. That's our index. You may have picked up on that. You may recall that our lists are ordered. They're sequenced. 0, 1, 2, 3. You got it? They're in order. And you can reference that order when you're trying to pull data out
Index.
of it, and now when you're trying to insert data into your list. So I'm telling this list, hey, buddy, bidets are important. And I want that bidet to be at position 0, index 0, when I add the sucker in there. Now, toilet paper is pretty important, but it's for you, and I don't really care about that so much. So just add toilet paper to the second to last position of our list. Can you do that for me real quick?
Second to
And
last.
challenge for you. Challenge. Use a negative index. Can you do it? Try it out. Pause the video.
Second to last. Negative 2. No, negative 1.
Unpause.
And second -1 or -2?
Oh, it's
-1.
coffee break. This is a fun one. I love when we combine multiple things. Okay, so here's how you would do it. I'm going to do another insert method. So supplies dot insert parentheses.
-1.
Now my position, if I want it to be second from last, will be -1, comma, and then my data. Toilet paper. Let's run our code to see if it works. And boom, there it is, toilet paper, second to last in our list. Now this might have been a bit confusing because in our previous video, if we wanted to print out the last item in our list, we would do this. Print supplies, use our brackets, and reference the -1 index. Run our code, and -1 absolutely means printing out the last item, because there it is right there. Marshmallows, they're delicious. However, it's a bit different when we're inserting data, because normally when we're just adding data to our list and we're not using the insert method, it'll always go down here at the end. But with insert, if we want to have it go just one before the end, we're going to use -1, so on and so on. So if we want it to be third from the last, well, I mean, you probably got that right. It'll be -2. Let's run the code. There it is, third from last. Whew, okay, coffee break. That was two. Let's run the code from the last. Well, I mean, you probably got that right. It'll be -2. Let's run the code. There it is, third from last. Whew, that right. It'll be -2. Let's run the code. There it is,
Okay.
third from last. Whew, okay, coffee break. That was a lot.
What
But
is
I
this?
told you,
What
right?
is-
Way more fun than Elden Ring or whatever video game you're into. This is real life. Camping, toilet paper, bidets, Python, man, love it. Now right here, you learn the concepts, but you need to concrete that into your brain, solidify it, practice it. So check out Network Chuck Academy. Things into your brain. In the next episode, we're going to destroy some things from our list. Obliterate, blow it up.
I've been using Rabbit.
What is the last one? This is the last one.
Read a tuple.
They're exactly the same. Come on. I mean, I know. Pick one more tuple. Comment, stuff. Pick one more tuple. Stuff. You can't. You put a tuple into a list into a tuple. Inside a list.
Oh, I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I'm almost there. Well, like, what does list in Python do? Like, give me ChatGPT. Storage base. Sure. Okay, may wild through na. Okay, medyo malayo na at medyo malayo na to sa akin. Ito na-gets ko. Na-gets ko naman siya. I'm gonna do a lot of this tomorrow. Siguro afternoon time. Ano ang mga basic applications? Loops. Oh shit! Pwede ka na mag-loop. This through all of For F, in fruits, print F. Ano yun? For F, inputs, print F. Scores. Ba't kasi kunyari nag-input ka ng score, hindi siya actively na nagpapalit sa mismo term. But, I don't know, hindi ko ayos yung use scenario na ito. Use as 95 engineer. Print name. Okay.
You thought you were done, but no.
No. Not done for now. Yep, tapos na yung time. Ano, ayoko na. Ayoko na pilitin eh. This is great. Yun lang, ano, patapas na kasi ito. So, parang isa na lang ata yung pang dalawa na papanoorin ko. Then, move na tayo sa iba. Iba. Well, ang nagawa ko ngayon, basically itong madayang rock, paper, scissor. Pero, I mean, start somewhere, di ba? Nagets ko naman yung if or, basically additional lang yun sa else, if, ellipse. Then, adds na lang yung lists, which is very new pa sa akin. Hindi ko pa siya magagamit kasi hindi ko talaga alam paano siya i-apply, which is good na meron nasundan. Okay, that's day 5. That is day 5 Friday. See you tomorrow.